So is this in terms of influencing curriculum directly or more the ideology of teachers?
So it's really more on the actors because regardless of what the content of the curriculum, I think it is important who are standing in front of the classrooms. So if we have interesting people delivering content packaged in an interesting way, in this case a curriculum, then I think our kids will be really excited to learn.
And this is mainly primary and secondary education?
Mostly primary and secondary education, yes. I believe that's the formative years where you get all the values, all the ideologies, and you have certain perspectives of the world. It's shaped throughout the years, without discounting the parents' involvement, of course, because they are the primary influencer, I think, in the way children think.
How long has this organization been going?
Almost a year. It's very new. It's an extension of a master's research, actually. So I looked into the supply and demand of elementary school teachers, and the interesting finding is not just that we don't have enough teachers, but we don't have enough qualified teachers. Teachers who can speak English, teachers who can manage a classroom well. Now, we go with the motto reimagine teaching because we want to really just deconstruct or de-learn what we know about teachers, because we need to make the profession a really attractive profession. So we have young graduates, high school graduates wanting to become teachers. Because right now, most of the teachers, they're there by chance, not really by choice. So that already poses an initial challenge to further reform in the education system.
You mentioned being able to speak English. What are the criteria for teachers to be a part of your program?
Yes, so I think with the English acquisition in Indonesia, I think the trend is more technical in a sense. Like I grew up here, I learned more about grammar, about vocabularies without really connecting the dots between the knowledge. And this is not just in the acquisition of English language. I think this applies to all knowledge in Indonesia. We're bombarded by facts, by what year that the Dutch came, or how many years does the war last, for instance. But then it's not. We never really connect all the pieces of information to make it meaningful. And same thing with English skills. Like we have the grammar, we have the sentence construction skills, for instance, but we don't make it useful, we don't make it meaningful for tangible purposes. So that's where I think we need to shift a little bit on how we approach the content of our education system.
Sort of a jigsaw puzzle with just the crucial pieces missing?
Yes, you need to spend time to put all the pieces together, right? And this spending time, it takes persistence, as I was saying at the panel earlier, how it's so easy to just lose track and to fall off from the system. Because as you see with children, right, they are in school, but then the enrollment rate in primary school to secondary school drops very, very rapidly. And I see opportunity cost over there. They're not in school because they would rather spend 5 hours on the street, earning some money and actually providing tangible cash for the family to eat, because we're not a really rich nation. We still have poverty to tackle, so that comes in the way of everything, including schooling.
How do you get educators then? How do you get the right ones that fit your program?
The right teachers, you mean? It's really tricky, but I really applaud open-mindedness because I feel in the spirit of the forum, we learn from many people, private sectors, government officials, young people. We have the global shapers represented here. We're all under 30, and we want to learn from each other. So that open-mindedness is something that I really appreciate in teachers, and once it's there, I think that is the start that we can do more things.
What is the ultimate goal? What tangible goal are you aiming for with this program as a milestone?
For a really, really long term, I imagine that people are actually fighting to be teachers in this country. Teaching will be a competitive job that only the best and brightest could get into. So that takes a long way, of course, and that takes many, many stakeholders to play a role in this. I mean, with the public sectors, I think Pak Anies is doing a really good job with teachers' empowerment and really just voicing out that we need strong individuals in the classroom. But then again, we also need private sectors to get into, to open opportunities to really just help people to see that we need to appreciate teachers more. Because with that increase in social prestige, I believe that we all will be interested, because we're under peer pressure anyways. When you graduate from high school, you're still at the fluid point of life, and yeah, we can leverage on the idealism of our young people, because I do believe that we all care about Indonesia. That's evident in Twitter conversation and how everyone was just so on fire about coins for Australia, for instance, about the presidential election.
Well, great. Thanks so much, Amanda. We've got to toss back to the studio.
Of course.
But pleasure. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.